Hey, how's it going? Today I want to work on the trailers for the Patriots. So I don't know how many trailers I need to get sorted, but I'm kind of getting sick of the trucks. So the trailers is a good way to distract myself. So the trailers are going to be pretty simple. I think first of all, what I want to do is actually build out a pack. So template everything. So what I mean by that is, so there'll be like, here is an axle, or here's a rear axle, here's a front axle, here is an electrical connector set, here's a spare tire, here are these guard things. I'm going to go through every trailer that I already have and just cut pieces off them and put them into one file, and we'll call it the trailer, I don't know, what do you call it? Trailer parts file or something. So this will be the first one. I think actually Trailer 22 has a lot of the ideas that I really liked from everything else packaged into one thing. So most of it's going to be on here anyway. I've got the safety guard thing, the spare wheel, the extra fuel tank. This does actually work as a fuel tank. It's not very big, but it does work. I think it's also got some logic space in it. The connectors, so there are actually 3 sets. It will be 1, 2, and 3. The good thing about this is that it's all isolated, so it's like linked within its own little system. So it was this here, that can go, this can go, that can go, the logo can go, all of that, all of that. So we've got the controller, the input, and the connector, and it's all linked. Everything's set up already. This front piece, that's like, you would say it's this single, actually, maybe this should all come back a bit. Like that. So this is a front single axle. These were extra wide though, so I need to be careful about this. So this is 13 wide. It worked really well for the smaller barrel piece to become the axle. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Okay, I think I'm actually going to delete all of this one then, all the rest of this. Because this is all very specific to extra wide trailers. And I'm usually not in the business of making extra wide trailers. I think they don't work so well. And it's really easy to just add that extra block onto a trailer when you need it to be extra wide anyway. So this will be trailer parts. Let's go through all the other trailers and make sure there's nothing super missing. I don't think there's anything real amazing on the fuel trailer, on trailer 11. Trailer 16. Same sort of business. We've got spare wheel. This stuff here, all the markings, that's in the HTLI logo file. I need to do something better with these axles as well anyway. This is kind of a sketchy axle. I'll grab the 5th wheel. I wonder if I should grab like the whole section of it. Probably shouldn't, because that might influence something on the trailer. You know, what you want is just the bare minimum. And then I can build all around that. Nothing amazing there. Trailer 19. Oh, this one here would be good. This would be good to grab. Because this is a 11 wide trailer. And it's got a front axle thing. The rest of it's pretty much bogus. So yeah, I think, oh yeah, you see like before on trailer 22 I had, it was 1x2 wedges. I wonder if I need to like make it wider or something. Basically, I just need to not delete that pivot there. I want it to be a little bit wider. I think it would be nicer if it were wider, if it were like that. Maybe I should poke it out a little bit here. Yeah, I think the 2 wide worked heaps better. It just looks a bit better. Like, it looks more substantial. What about using a 2? It's like the whole thing needs to come forwards if I'm going to use a 2. The 2 looks better, but I need to make sure it clears that wheel. Also, get rid of all that. Most of that can... Maybe I should rebuild it all now. So I don't really need any of this. I'll grab one of the axles as well, because I want to make sure I redo the axle. Right, so what I'll do then is I'll grab this front thing here as well, and we're going to have... So on the left, I'll do a single axle, then a 2 axle, and then we'll do a 3 axle. So these are like permanently attached dollies, and then we'll have the standalone rear axle. I need another monitor. If I had another monitor, I could put OBS on the other monitor and then never touch it. Why am I using the big one, I wonder? It is a velocity pivot, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I don't know why I'm using the big one. Oh, and I also want to change the grey color. But I can change the grey later on. So I've got this like standardized thing, I suppose, which is good. A little rocket in there. And make sure these are actually 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So something you might have noticed if you ever tried to use one of my trailers, some of them, or probably I guess all of them, they're quite top heavy. And the only thing I had really been doing to counteract this is putting in barrels and weight blocks. Now I have this thing, and I actually use this for boats to self-right. So the top rocket is negative 1000 mass and the bottom one is 1000 mass. So how can I show this? I don't think it's really affecting this center of mass block here because the mass of the vehicle doesn't change. Like if I get rid of the negative 1000, the mass stays at 380. But it's realistically, that's 1000 mass right there. So the idea is that I'll put the negative 1000 mass on all the axles. And then at the top of the trailer, as high as I can possibly go, I'll put this... Wait, did I say negative? The plus 1000 mass goes as low as possible, so in the axles. And then the negative 1000 mass goes as high as possible, which on some of them might not be very high, but it'll push the center of mass down as low as possible. So I need to try and integrate this into my axle somehow. Just the 1000 mass one. If I can put it here, that would be really good. Just like job done. What you can do, this kind of looks like a differential. So what if I go like that? I don't know why you would have a differential on it, on a rear axle. Oh no, did I overwrote that file with all my parts in it. God damn it. Okay. This is why those backups are good. I think I could just make it 2, like it's 1 in every direction right now, but if I make it 2 in every direction. Okay, that's maybe a bit too much. What do you think? Too much? Or just right? Actually could be just right because it helps blend in a lot of the other crap parts that I'm going to put around it. I really like the end effector and that it looks like a piece of suspension or something, like a piston. But there's not really any good piece that connects into it. Like maybe a pipe, maybe a manifold. Yeah, what about that? I mean, a pipe would look better, a black pipe. So it's the same color as the end effector. There's a little bit of yellow and a little bit of whatever that is. Maybe if I move these speakers, spin them around that way. But then you kind of don't get the idea that they're connected to the axle. I mean, that works, right? Because the trailer thing's going to go across there. Oh, unless a lot of my trailers are actually like open, exposed wheels. Go like this. Yeah, I don't know, that's fine. So suddenly this is a 2000 mass axle. Watch what happens when I spawn this. I might have to change that. Oh, those are 2,000 mass each. So that's a 4,000 mass axle. What I will do is I'm going to lower it so it's 200 per rocket, so 400 each. 400 per axle. Yeah, it's still a lot. I wonder if I can get away with just making it like 100 or even just 50. Okay, I've set it to 50 per rocket, so it's only 100 mass on the axle. Hopefully it like sorts itself out when it's actually connected to a trailer. But the idea is so that the trailer won't want to flip itself over easily. It'll have a lot of weight down low. And so now I can actually just copy this thing. I'm actually pretty happy with this, considering how quickly I did that, and the like, I don't know, it's not very complex compared to some of the other ones I've made. Just come along, boopity boop boop. There you go. So now everything's consistent. I can merge that into there, that into there. That is excellent. All these can probably just have big old thing running across that. Merge all those together, merge that into there. Yep, it's all merged. Okay, that's looking real good. Now I need to just go and have a look at some of the other things, some of the other trailers. This is by far my worst trailer. A logging trailer with logs on it already. Kind of stupid. I'm going to grab these markers. I really like this bar thing. The thing about this that's good is it's just the reversing lights. I don't think there's anything else that I really need to steal, like nothing that's super complicated to rebuild or annoying to rebuild, because a lot of these parts are doing like all the microcontroller setup for the electrical connectors is a real pain in the ass. Now for lights, I want to get some of these lights. So we've got the split indicator and brake light, one with the line going through it, and then the reverse lights are on a different layer. They're a bit lower most of the time. And I want to make sure I use this gray, this like slightly different gray. So we'll just replace all of it. Every bit of color is going to get replaced. Not that, because I want to recolor that whole thing. Anything that's like supposed to be gray or supposed to be the color of the trailer. Man, it's so close. Okay, so I think I'm set now. I should have everything I need. Trailer parts. It is quite funny that the axle is like this big chonk thing. So now I think I need a new file that I can start building out the shape. So the first trailer, I want it to be a fuel trailer. Do you guys remember that scene in Fast and Furious, Fast 4 at the very beginning? They're like stealing fuel. The trailers that I want to make for this are kind of, they're tankers, fuel tankers. And I want to make it kind of, I like to base everything off MCS size, even though I'm not really making this for MCS. Like it's not going to be a detachable thing that you can move around with MCS. Let's go for 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the length of my first trailer. And I want to do a tank like the one on the stubby tanker. I think that was a real interesting shape. Like that. Was it like that or was it the other way? No, it was like this. I think it's just weird. It's just a weird, like in a good way, a very strange shape. Okay, now I've got 2 options here. I can make it just, I fill this up with fluids, or I can fill it with prefabs. If I go prefabs, I can make the weight heaps more manageable, but it won't look as good. So if I just do this, I think that looks heaps better on the inside. And then I think what I'm going to have to do is... Oh, I can round the corners off here because MCS has that extra slot on the end. Because, you know, what's likely to happen is I'll just one day come along and chop the tank off and say, haha, now I've got a new HDMI tank. I wonder if I should make this smaller, in fact. Anyway, now the trick is we get the trailer parts loaded in. This one's kind of a smaller trailer. Yeah, this should be okay because I've loaded this in as a separate thing. I'm not doing any bad stuff by cutting and pasting. And then we just go zoop and attach it. And I think probably that's okay. So it's, what is it? It's like right up at the very edge. So it's like that. Wait, is it? No, it's one in like that. Push trailer, done. Now we can all go home. It's literally that easy to make trailers. And because this one's got like a thing poking down, I think it's probably a good idea to use some wedges and kind of fill out the gaps a little bit. Put some rockets in here just to make it look a bit more substantial. I'm watching that intro scene on the side here of Fast and Furious. I might see if I can get the whole clip and put it up at the same time. It looks like they've got something along the middle of those tankers. They've definitely got like a hose thing. Like, it's like integrated into the side like that though. Which, how do I do that? If I cut out a piece in the middle, how long is this? 29, okay, 29, 28, 14. That's the middle there. If I put one rocket there and then stretch it, because it looks real goofy if it's like, or if it's out here and I stretch it, then I have this piece in the middle that I have to try and fill in, but then I can get the like tubey bits down the side. Hey, wait a minute. Is this front one wider? What's going on here? Or is it just not in the right place? Man, I'm so good at this. Okay. But anyway, putting this pipe out on the side actually means the total width of the vehicle, of the trailer, becomes too wide, I think. It'd be better if it were down here, actually. Actually, that could be good. Yeah, why not there? Yeah, they have these pipes that go like the whole way along. It might not go the whole way. In terms of like Stormworksifying the thing, it looks real stupid. I can't bring myself to do it. It's just dumb. I think I'm going to put some of these guards in there as well. But also, I need a ladder. That's nice and easy. I wonder, I might just make it a full ladder. Nah, I'll do this. Yeah. That'll be okay. So they've got a ladder. There is a little bit of a tail thing. I guess that's where the lights are, actually. There's this sort of thing. And then put this light bar on there. So let's see. And there's like a lip where in the movie they're using it to like jump and stand on the back of the trailer before they go up. Like that? Is that weird? Maybe if it were this one, the 1x2 wedge. And then it kind of carries on that shape. And then I can paint it black or grey. Yeah, now it looks like it's a thing that's been like attached to the tank. So I get my brake lights. Now I need my indicator and reverse lights, or indicator and... I've got my reverse lights. Now I get my indicator and brake lights. How lazy am I feeling, right? Do I just do that? Boop, done. I mean, where else am I going to put them anyway? Oh, but in the movie, they've got electrical connectors on the back so they can like chain them together. I wonder if I need to put one in here somewhere. Let's go move the license plate. Pour the connector in. There you go. Is that at the right height? It's not, is it? Oh my god, it is. It's made to be. But I wonder if this is not long enough. Does this need to be longer? I feel like it needs to be longer. Easy fix. And then I guess that's why I was doing that sort of thing. I'm going to try something like a fluid port though. Something that's got a bit of texture on it. And maybe like a cross pipe or something. What do you think? I don't know. I think it's interesting. And yeah, I want to get some of these guards in here. Now, something that Carnival actually brought up recently is that if you're hauling ass... Oh, what the hell's this? Invisible blocks. Great. Yeah, if you're hauling ass and you like go off a jump or something, all of these safety rail things on my trailers, they just clap you out because they're all connected directly to the main body. So the idea now will be to try and separate them off. How much spin do you think I need there? So I put them on a different subgrid, and then that will allow you to smash these bottom things up without damaging the rest of the trailer. And the thought I'm having right now, actually, can I put them on grippers? Would that be a fun gameplay thing, right? If this is like that, and then the gripper is holding on to a track, if you go over a jump and smash it, this whole thing will fall off. And then it's still technically its own subgrid. It means that it can also be like an interactive thing that falls off. Also, what trailer is this? Is this 23? Easy. There you go, trailer 23. I think I will do with the grippers. I don't know how far I need to give for this to rotate, but that's probably about the right amount of space. Oh, yeah, I have to change it so it's on like a pivot. That is maybe a bad idea because I'll have to put a brake on it. There'll have to be a microcontroller on it somewhere. And you can't pick this up and reattach it. What if I use hard points? What if I use hard points? I guess then you can see the circle. The better way would be pivots or track sliders. Right, because then you can't... It won't fall off and you can't see it. If I get an opportunity where I can use hard points, I think I will, because that would be real interesting. Where it can just like... If it's hard points, then it's potentially something you can reattach. Oh, did I do a replace all? Crap, I did. I did not want to replace. Okay, copy this, press U, come across. Make sure it's in the right place. And then you also need to make sure to cut the trailer sign and see this is 2 pixels of white on this side and 2 pixels of white on this side. So it is easy enough to just mirror it on the spot and it's in the right place again. So now those are 2 separate grids. There's a lot of grids on here, isn't there? And I want a little thing up the top for my hatch to go on. Where should I put it? Put it there? I don't think it really matters where it is. Little... Oh, if I put a 1 wedge, then I can use a steer. Yeah? And then I'm rewatching this clip so many times. I'm just going to check and see if there are any pipes. Because I think there is rails or something that go along the top side of it. But I don't know if they go all the way around. I think they could just be along the sides. Do I do that? That's not bad. Oh, I don't think it's got pipes. They've got like this big ridge that goes along the top. Should I do a ridge? Should I... What if I cut this? put it all the way back. How does it work? Is it just that? It seems way taller though. It seems like it's this. Oh, that's ugly. Yeah, there's definitely no pipes. I've hallucinated that for sure. Also, the ladder seems like it goes right up like this. You know, I liked the idea of the pipes along the side better. This is a case of like the inspiration for the thing is dog shit. The inspiration is not as good as what it looks like in Stormworks. And of course, you're going to be filling this with a fluid, so you should know how much fluid is in there. I guess you also need like hoses and stuff to get it in and out, so... Oh yeah, I'll put it all at the back. I'm in a sort of a not really don't care kind of mode, so, you know, it's all going here. There's not going to be any pumps. This is going to be all dumb systems. Fluid port, and then I like to make sure things are, you know, cleaned off. I guess I'd probably do that actually. So there's no pump. There's only something that tells you what the fluid is like, and then I bet I can get away with putting a hose in here. And then I'll need a microcontroller that just outputs the fluid to a thing. I should probably have an internal battery as well. Probably should. I can hide the battery in the bottom though. Oh, that's connected to something. Ugh. And then I can use a microcontroller in here as well. I'm so used to hiding things, and then suddenly I don't have to hide anything. I mean, you can get in here, so you will see that. Okay, I do need to hide it. That opens that way, so the ladder has to go here. Ladder. Remember, you need at least 2 ladders to be able to climb up it. I think I'm just going to leave it like this where you can come and look at it. I don't think it's a massive issue. So go fluid level, and this will be nice and simple. We're just taking the fluid level, writing it onto channel 1, and then picking it up on the instrument panel. And I mean, why am I doing it like that? Why don't I just slap a dial in there? Bugger it, you know? Bugger it. Why make things more complicated? Get rid of that. The battery. Is there somewhere I can hide a battery? Not really. Like, you'll find it. You'll see it. Oh, I can do this though. Okay. That is what I will do. Very strange. Maybe I'll do this. Yes, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe I'll do this. Ah, that's so much better, so much cleaner, and if I really want, there you go. Problemo solved-o. Got a ladder to get out. Oh, the other thing. Okay, something I actually need is a light in here. If you get into these tanks and it's dark, you are screwed. But because it's an enclosed space, I can use a player sensor, and I can just set it to sphere and the max, which should detect you down there. I'm going lazy route. I don't really care. If that's on, turn that on. Easy peasy. This electrical connector, or I need to make sure my electricity is like actually good, how it's hooked up. All this needs to chain through. That's all connected. The dial and the hose and the battery need to be connected. These are side mark. Aha, I need a SIBTAC controller. God damn it. God damn it, you guys. Why am I so dumb? I really thought I was going to get away with this one if it weren't for you meddling kids. So, SIBTAC trailer. If I want to hide this, I could hide it like I've done the other wall. So put in like a thing like that. I think I will. Unless the fluid amount is real weird, then I'll undo that. So let's hook up the thing to the capacity first. 28,400. Is that an okay amount? Also, did you notice? Some of these, I think it might be those ones. I'm not sure. Some of them are a bit pooped. It's the light colored ones. Huh, I'm not sure what color those are supposed to be then. Maybe, if anything, it's always this red that gets replaced. Hopefully that's it. So 28,000. Remember that. Remember 28,000. So we have data from the, one of these is like trailer brakes or some stupid crap. Truck composite in. Trailer composite in? That's for brake override. So I need an instrument panel. I'm thinking I could put that up here, but at the same time, if this thing is all like spinning around, I would rather it just be somewhere easy to get, like here. And I'm going to put it upside down because I'm hoping the flip switch. Yep. So now the flip switch is up. So you walk up to it and you flip it down, and then the brake override enables. Brake override. Brakes on. Or maybe I should say brake override on. I think override is one word. Yep, it is one word. Very strange, but it is one word. Oh yeah, and then what you do is you set this to 1 to 1, trailer comp in, and then you like feed it into itself. Subdat cable, I need to get rid of that because I'm not a fan of doing this. And then the data that's being brought in here, oh wait, this is wrong. The data you're picking up from the truck, you send to the rear, and that way it passes the subtat system, passes all the subtat information through. So left indicator will be this one and this one. Reverse lights are the two middle ones. Brake lights are the sort of middle of the middle. Right indicator, these two. Parking brake goes to brake, 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 brake. Marker lights comes down to these ones. Boop, 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 boop. Trailer brakes, not that one, these ones. Disconnect trailer. I'm not going to use that because you can use this that goes directly, the key that goes directly to the electrical anchor. Trailer steering, we don't have steering on this, and there are no legs on this. Easy. So this can just go to that. What do I call this? F4, because of Fast and Furious 4 fuel trailer. Now let's paint it. So in the movie, it's like white with a green bottom. Oh, you know what that means. It's Octane time. Where's the Octane logo? Octane logo. I need to make this a 3 high logo, 3x3. If I get rid of the Octane bit though, it'd probably fit on a 3x3, wouldn't it? Go to the, whichever Octane it is, Octane Catamaran. Because this is the one that I like cleaned up and I changed the green around a bit. So it's, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. 1, 2, 3. And then I will just write Octane beside it in like a much larger font. So yeah, I am doing this by eye now. So let's figure out, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I started at the top, I'm going to have 1 pixel space at the bottom, and the other way around as well. If I start at the bottom, I'm going to have 1 pixel space at the top. It's probably a better idea to start it at the top. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4 from the edge, and then we just start at the top. Okay, so now copy that, go back to the trailer. You know, just as I've finished this, I realized I'm supposed to be making HCLI trailers, not Octane trailers. So, whoops, I guess. Big whoops on my part. How am I going to do this? I think I need to make... I get the feeling this is not going to work. Simply because of the Octane colors. I can do the Octane colors and then maybe like try and put a HCLI Octane... Oh, what the hell's going on here? And then it had like a red stripe. I could have... It would have been better to do the stripe in pixels, like 2 pixels, because it's really thin. But I won't be able to get it onto the wedges. I mean, I could get it onto the wedges. Do I want to try get it onto the wedges? It's a bit of a faff, but I could do it. I wouldn't be able to get it onto the ladder, but if I moved it down so that it was just below the ladder. Okay, let's have a look at this. I need to make this into a wedge with the colors on it. Octane stripe wedge. Okay, so here is the wedge, right? So you might be thinking, that doesn't line up. And you're right, it doesn't line up. But if we stretch it a little bit, we can give it a little stretch. It does line up. Isn't that amazing? But then you might be thinking, but now, how will I get it on the side where I stretched it into? Oh, gee willikers, I wonder how will I do it? It's gonna look like dog. Okay, here is the proposed solution. The proposed solution is somewhat of a dog shit. Yeah. Not... See, it kind of looks good, but then you know deep in your heart that it's rubbish. I'd rather just go with a big chonk stripe, and then what you can do is go like 1, 2. Oh, do you know what time it is? It's the time where I look at it and go, this does not look good. This looks terrible. Not today, Octane. Not today. Okay, back to HCLI we go. HCLI. This is my logo pack. Zoop. So in here I have different sized HCLIs and a couple of these trailer banners. So for this size of trailer, I'm probably going to put an HCLI in here. So I've got 2 options. I can use this one here, which is very centered, this top one. It's got even space around all the sides of it. Or I've got this one, which is a little bit more stretched, but you can see this is 4 across. This is 5 across. So this brown one is for putting on sort of the faces, the forwards and back faces, where they're going to, like nearly all of the time, going to be an odd number across. And this top one here is for putting on the side faces, where it's almost always going to be just a whatever number and it doesn't matter. So I want to have as tight margins between the sides so that it's only taking up the necessary space of a pixel of a paintable sign. I do like the Octane colors. It's just the stripe. And also the big circly thing has been a piece of crap. I think that green is like... It's not a very HCLI friendly green. HCLI is more like this, like a kind of a bleh kind of green. Or is that too, like, boaty? Or what about that? No, that's gross. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Kind of a weird... Makes me think of, like, a velvet. And I should just... The red is the red. It's like the NSR red. I think the white needs to change. I don't like pure white. You need a little bit of a grey. Maybe I can mix some colour in there as well. Bit of yellow, bit of tan. It looks very green, doesn't it? RG. We want to get rid of the G. You know, it's kind of a creamy colour. Let's add that. I think it's actually just very close to that though. And I'll probably change the wheels to be white since all the wheels are white. It's a fashion statement. And it makes it look like you've just cleaned your trailer's wheels. So everybody's happy about that. Oh, the bottom. I didn't paint the bottom. Does this work? The light goes on, but the brakes don't engage. Excellent. Which means the channel that they're reading into is just not right. So parking brake. Brake lights. Disconnect trailer. Oh, what? Where is it? Where does it go? Subtac cable. Get rid of this. This is crap. Trailer comp in, which is this one. Get rid of trailer legs. So disconnect trailer can go. And then this can go. Oh, what is this? What the hell is this? Easy peasy solution. We just say if it's the parking brake from the truck, turn on, or if it's the brake from the thing, turn on from the panel outside, which is also on channel 1. Update that. And the brakes go on. Okay, so now I need to paint the bottom of it. And then I need to paint... Oh no, I just need to paint the bottom and then I need to test with a actual truck. I don't remember if I made this work. Oh, come back. Come back. So I didn't put any of the negative weights in the top of that. See if it wants to roll over at all. Yep. So the mass of this is 1696 plus, was it like 100 in the bottom? And you can see the center of mass is quite high here. So I'm looking for a spot where I can put in like a double. So I've got my booster here. I wonder if I just paste it on the top and say it's a decorative piece. Oh, actually, that's where it'll go. I can put 2 here very easily. No, I can't. Anywhere I put them, I need to be able to make sure that this is still a sealed space. So the likely situation is that I put them here, one at the front, one at the back, and then cover them up with some XML blocks. Maybe I should just make this whole wall a double wall. That would make it a lot easier on me. Maybe just the middle piece. Maybe this is a interesting thing to find in here. Something like that. Okay, this might float away. Okay, so down the bottom, I think I've got about 100 mass on each one of those. And then up the top, I've got like negative 2000 or negative 4000 at the top. And this whole thing only weighs like, it was like 1600. So it's immediately like twice as negative as it was. And the center of mass doesn't get reflected in here at all. So it's a big guessing game. So what I'm going to look for is looking for these negative 2000s. And I'm going to change them to negative 200. So now there's like a negative mass up high and a positive mass down low. And I want to stretch some of those blocks over top of those rocket boosters. So what I just did is deleted and replaced 2 blocks that I want to stretch, and they will be the last 2 blocks probably somewhere. This one here, multi-compact pivot, that's the subgrid for those two guard things, those things to stop you going under the trailer. This one here is the subgrid for the drawbar. The reason I can tell that is because there is a trans cross that is the cross pipe, and there's only one of those on the whole build. Then we have solid rocket small. What are these? The solid rocket small is the booster. It's not. Oh, it's the rocket body. It's not the rocket booster part. So that is probably the bit with the wheels on it where the drawbar, tow bar connects to. Yeah, and then we've got speakers, so that'll be all the wheels and axles. Here we have nozzle small and fuel factor 50. So these are the ones down low. So I need to make these 100, I think. Actually, I should make them a lot. I should make them like, what should I make them? Should I make them 250? These are on the axles. So anywhere you find a fuel factor of 50, which I can search for up here, fuel factor equals 50. There's only two more because that's the last two that were on the other axle. Change those to 250. So suddenly now I've got negative 400 mass up high and positive 1000 mass down low because I've got 4 of those 250 mass boosters. So that's going to drop the weight very low down. And then I've searched for these negative 200 nozzles because they're on the same subgrid as the last two blocks I placed that I want to warp, which is probably these two. Taking a bit of a guess here. An educated guess. Yeah, but did it work? 1 and 2. It did. I just got them in the wrong direction, which is excellent because it means I'm on the right track. Wrong direction again. This is like saying the thing you're looking for is always in the last place that you look, but it's the last place you look because you stopped looking once you found it. That didn't look very convincing. What I'm going to do is use the add-on editor. We're looking for Monkey Brain. It's somewhere up here, I think. Because now this will let me spawn in one of my trucks without having to sort of do anything about the workbench. Ta-da! Let's see, can I climb up the back? Yes. Can I get inside? Does the light turn on? Does it turn on when you're down here? Yep. Can you get out? I think it's gonna still roll over. It looked like when it dropped, it looked like it was very light. I kind of would expect it to smash into the ground more than anything. Ooh, see, that's so much better. It still wants to roll, but like, well, we're going like 50 miles. Hard turn. That's so good. That's like perfect, because what I want is a level where it's like just slightly out of control. I don't know what's going on now, but I want you to be able to be on the edge where it's just slightly out of control, but you can recover it. I don't know what's happened. Something's broken. It's like the pivot's locked up. Maybe having all that weight has done something sketchy to it. So what happened there? So the weight, the extra weight is in the axles. And in this particular case, it means it's in a subgrid. It's not in the main body, which could be what's causing it to be all crap. Come back. Please, sir. Please come back. I also want to make sure that if you're going very slow and you need to do a big turn, that it can sort of, the wheels can pivot all the way under without hitting the guard. Which looks like they can, so that's fantastic. Let's try and recreate what was happening there before. Oh, the pivot is not set to like zero out. That's probably what it is. So once we force it to like rotate by doing this kind of crap, like this, and then we level it back out, now the pivot's still got all its power. Wait, no, it's rotated back. I still think I'm right, but it's going to be a bit hard to prove. So if I change this to 0, hopefully that's it, because that'd be really good, and then I would have a new trailer. Yeah, this is definitely the kind of performance I want. I think I need to put some rope anchors on it, because I like the fact that you could use a crane to pick it up if you like rolled it into a ditch or something and you wanted to just try and lift it out with a crane. Don't text and drive. Or the brake lights aren't working? Oh, hold on a minute. They're not even working on this stupid ass truck. These old ones, I haven't hooked up the, I haven't hooked up my normal trailer connector on any of the Patriots yet. Except the wrecker, I think. I want to make sure that all the lights... Okay, brake lights. Reverse. Indicator. Other indicator. Yeah. Trailer brakes work. This is like controlled mayhem. Yes, that's so good. Because imagine you're just like out goofing around. To see the trailer kind of start to lose it gives you that feeling of like excitement and worry, but then not being able to actually lose it is like good for not punishing you, the player, for being a knob. How many of these can I hook up together? I mean, I only need to hook up like 2 and make sure that the connector works. But if I connect a bunch, then it's going to be like that scene from Fast and Furious where they come to steal the fuel. And that's exactly what this is all about. So now you can make a ute that has a big tow bar thing on the back. You can come up behind someone who's towing this, do a 180, and then chuck your tow bar off. And then you'd have to like hop up, climb along the top, jump down the front. Isn't that sounds exciting, don't you think? Oh, I probably need to put a key on here somewhere so that you can disconnect from here. Well, I don't need a key. You can just like interact with it and that'll disconnect it. Yeah, 1 key is enough. Did they all connect? I should write the fuel capacity or the fluid capacity on the trailer somewhere. There you go, there's a thumbnail. Don't forget to take your thumbnails. I always forget. This is so cool. So I like making trailers a lot more than I like making trucks. I'm probably going to end up with about 5 Patriot variants of truck, and then when I did the trailers, the initial HCLI trailers, not every number is there because I like couldn't find the right solution for some of them, but I got to about 20 within like a week, so I can definitely pump out trailers. So if you have an idea for a type of trailer, let me know, because yeah, I can make them pretty quickly. This only took about 2 hours, and you know, half an hour of that was getting all the parts put into their own file, so I should be able to make a lot of trailers very quickly. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think I'll just finish up here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.